Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that affects pretty much anyone who's ever sent a really important email, and that's deliverability. We're going to get into the secret world that decides if your message lands in the inbox or just, disappears forever. Let's get into it.
Seriously, have you ever wondered about this? You spend all this time crafting the perfect email for your marketing campaign. You send out a critical update to a client, or maybe just a simple invoice, and then nothing. Crickets. You just have to assume it got there. But what if it didn't? What if it just vanished?
And that's the thing. Every single time you hit that send button, your email is put through this secret inspection. All the big internet service providers are grading it. And if it doesn't make the cut, straight to the spam folder. Or even worse, it gets blocked completely.
Now, this is way more than just a little annoyance. It's a huge problem for your business, because failing this hidden test can have some really serious, long-lasting consequences for your brand and, for your wallet.
I mean, the stakes are just incredibly high. When your sender reputation takes a hit, your messages get treated like spam automatically. Your whole domain can get put on these blacklists, which makes it almost impossible to reach anybody. Think about it. Every dollar you put in email marketing is just gone. And maybe worst of all, you can't even reliably talk to your own customers anymore.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This isn't some tiny technical thing for the IT department to worry about. A good email reputation is a core business asset, just as important as your company's name or your website. It's literally the key to making sure people hear what you have to say.
Okay, so if this is some kind of hidden test, how do you even know what your grade is? How do you figure out what's wrong? Well, the answer is a process called email scoring. This is the tool that finally puts a spotlight on that whole invisible process.
The best way to think about it is like a complete health checkup for your email system. It looks at everything, all the critical stuff that mailbox providers are judging you on. It checks your reputation, your technical settings, even your content, all to give you a really clear picture of how likely it is that your emails are actually getting through.
So how does it actually work? Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. First, it looks at your sender reputation, basically your track record. Then it checks all your authentication stuff, which is kind of like your email's passport. After that, it scans your content and your technical setup to look for any red flags. And then finally, it puts it all together and gives you your score and a super detailed report.
So, knowing your score, that's the diagnosis. But the real power, of course, comes from the cure. Once you have this info, you can stop just hoping for the best and actually take control of where your emails end up. Let's look at how you can make that happen.
First and foremost, you solve the biggest problem. By finding and fixing whatever is holding you back, you're going to dramatically increase the odds that your emails actually land in the inbox. Simple as that. No more emails disappearing into the void.
Next up, you learn how to avoid the traps. The analysis shows you exactly what's triggering those spam filters. It could be a weird word in your subject line or a tiny misconfiguration on your server. You'll know what it is and how to fix it.
This one is all about the long game. When you consistently follow the advice the tool gives you, you're not just fixing a one-time issue. You're actively building and protecting your sender reputation. It becomes this powerful asset that makes sure your emails are trusted everywhere.
And of course, this is where it all pays off. It's simple math, right? When more of your emails get into the inbox, more people see them. That means you get more opens, more clicks, and way more engagement. Better deliverability equals better business results. Period.
Okay, so that's the why. Now let's take a quick peek under the hood at the how. Because this isn't about just getting a number, it's about getting a clear plan to improve.
So check this out. This is a perfect example of how it works. The tool doesn't just say, hey, your authentication records are messed up. No, it gives you a clear, actionable step. Fix these missing or incorrect records. It connects every single thing it finds directly to a fix you can actually do.
And the whole system is built to be super clear and super fast. You get those detailed reports and those actionable steps in a really simple, easy-to-use interface. And because you get results in real time, you can spot and fix problems the moment they pop up.
All right, so once you're ready to really take control of this, the last step is just finding the right plan that matches what you need. As you can see, the plans are made to scale up as you grow. You've got Basic for folks who are just starting out, and it goes all the way up to Enterprise for the really high-volume senders. Each one just gives you a different number of scoring tests, blacklist monitors, and so on. The key takeaway is just to find the plan that fits the size of your operation. So at the end of the day, it really all comes down to this one question. Why would you leave your most important communication up to chance? just hoping it passes some secret test you can't even see. With the right tools, you can finally stop guessing and start making sure that your message is always heard.